I always wondered why the female body had the amusement park right next to the waste facilities. Well, after reading these studies, I am convinced that it is the benefits of pooping during labor. I know that many mothers are nervous about pooping in labor, and your question if you're pregnant might have even been how to avoid pooping during labor. However, it is impossible to avoid pooping during labor. I do have some tips on how to make it more pleasant. However, hang with me, this fascinating and enlightening research really made me think differently about pooping in labor and how it is actually vital for our baby's long-term health. I'm also going to answer the question of what is the percentage of mothers that poop during labor. If you're new here, welcome to Pregnancy and Postpartum TV. I put out new pregnancy workouts, Pilates, yoga every week. If you like videos like these, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okay, so back to the percentage of mothers that poop during labor. So there is not a lot of research out on this, but I found one research study that looked at a particular bacteria called Bifidobacterium, and it's a species in the mother's prenatal feces. And they looked at this same bacteria in the baby's feces, and in babies delivered vaginally, they found 100% in the baby's feces. However, if a baby was born via C-section, this was not present at all. So while this is only one study, it is possible that almost all of women actually poop during labor. However, when uterine contractions start in early labor, this can actually cause loose stools or even diarrhea early labor. So hopefully most of it gets out before you're actually into the pushing phase. But if you do have anything in your bowels, the head is pushing down, you are pushing very similar to pushing poo out. And so anything else that is in there is probably going to get pushed out during that time. So why would we want this? Babies delivered vaginally have a diverse and healthy microbiome, which helps set up their long-term immune system and reduces the risk for metabolic disease. So it reduces the risk for diseases like celiac disease, type 1 diabetes, asthma. It can reduce allergies, obesity, along with other autoimmune diseases. Before I talk about this next study, I also want to say, do not try to replicate this on your own. This was done in a hospital. The mother's fecal samples were screened and made sure that they were safe for the baby to have. But in this study, they had the control group of babies that were delivered via C-section, and then they had the test group, babies delivered via C-section, where they mixed a small amount of the mother's fecal matter in with breast milk when they gave it to the babies, and then they examined the baby's gut microbiota. And they found that in the treatment babies, with where they were given the mother's fecal matter in the breast milk, they had a very similar gut microbiota to babies that were delivered vaginally. They have also done studies where they have inoculated new babies with the vaginal fluids of mothers, and they have not found the same gut benefit. So this is only one study, and a lot more research needs to be done. It's also not very practical for the general public, so I'm not sure how they would work this into the regular hospital systems. And also, their long-term research hasn't been tied together, showing the benefit of this infant microbiota to long-term immune health outcomes. So I think that they're working on that, and it'll be really interesting to see that research come out later down the line. I also want to comment that because this is so common and possibly all of mothers poop during labor, your healthcare provider really is not fazed by this at all. They probably won't even mention it. They'll just wipe it away. If you wanted to have your own wipes, especially if you're having a home birth, you can be set up that. You can have nice smelling things like essential oils available in case that there are any smells that are around, if you're sensitive to smells. But it's really common, expected, natural, and I hope that thinking about it in this way as something that you're doing for your baby's long-term health maybe made you feel a little bit better about it. So let me know how you are feeling about it in the comments below. Of course, I will keep making pregnancy workouts, Pilates, yoga every week, as well as birth education and core recovery after pregnancy. I also have a baby-led weaning and infant feeding series coming up. If you enjoy videos like these, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this out with another pregnant mama friend that you love. I will also link to my free resources for pregnancy in the description box below. My most popular ones are my ebook on how to reduce and cope with pain during labor. I have a pregnancy meal plan that I put together as a registered dietitian, and a daily pelvic floor guide to help prepare your pelvic floor for birth and the fastest recovery after. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to link to the whole pregnancy workout yoga Pilates playlist. You can save it, come back to different workouts wherever you like, as well as my natural birth preparation playlist.